Which game? Perfect. Not gonna lie, the box art actually looks pretty cool though. And that's probably one of my favorite things about this game. It's already cool at the start. Literally. Look at this cover art. So cool. And yep, comes with a regular DS manual. I don't know why it came backwards like that. And yeah, here you go. And yeah, okay, let's start this thing. Mario Party DS, which, well, probably the most obvious thing in the world, was released back in the Nintendo DS in 2007, and it was a pretty popular game back then. Not gonna lie. It had really the most common stuff a Mario Party game would need. You know, mini games involving a bunch of weird controls. And since this was the DS, of course it would have touchscreen mini games and microphone mini games. Honestly, microphone mini games, I just hate microphone mini games the most. Since, well, imagine playing this game at public or at a family reunion and one of your parents or strangers just look at you strange and like, what the hell is that kid doing? Is this kid autistic? So I really did not like that, but there's this code, a secret code to it. And you can just rub the microphone on the DS, well, if you have a actual console. If you are playing digitally, then I don't know how the hell you're supposed to do that. But anyway, yeah, the minigames, they're pretty alright. Like, some minigames with the touchscreen, sure, they could be repetitive, but also pretty good, but yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the actual game. So, in this game, it's the same rules. Roll the dice. Everyone goes to the spot. If they land on green, special event happens. Blue, they get 3 coins. Red, they lose 3 coins, and so on and so on. This game does have an item shop, so it is pretty awesome. Fun fact, this game was also made by the developers that created this game. Yeah, this was their final game. And honestly, what a way to go out. This was also one of the best ones. Like, I'm pretty biased, not gonna lie, because this was my very first Mario Party game, but yeah, I love the bosses, minigames, and memories I had with it. But honestly, yeah, as a Mario Party game by itself, I'd say go play one of the console ones if you want like an actual like party. But if you're like on the go, like on a car or like on an airplane trip, then yeah, this game is very, and this is like a very good pick. Yeah, a console that I would recommend playing is the original DS, because the 3DS stretching it is like kind of trash. It makes it look bad. But honestly, yeah, that's just my opinion on the game, and I say it's a really good game. So yeah, play it yourself. But yeah, other than that, this game is pretty cool. I guess like 9 out of 10. Anyway. Oh man, I have no games to play. Oh, rats. Man, what game should I play? I mean, this is a Sonic channel, so fuck it. Let's emulate it. Sonic the mother freaking Hedgehog. Man, this game is very mid. Yeah, I know, I said it's mid. I mean, I don't think it's a too unpopular opinion, because most people would agree that this first Sonic game was a bit mid, since the only really good zones is like Green Hill and Starlight. Maybe Spring Yard, but that's really pushing it. The game came out on June 23, 1991, created by this guy and this company. Anyway, so basically the game is about Sonic trying to save animals from a fat Dr. Chud. And yeah, that's basically it. You just complete all the 6 worlds, and then yeah, and you beat the game. There are 6 Chaos Emeralds that you can get from each stage. You need to get 50 rings for Acts 1 and 2. And then once you get those 50 rings, without getting hit, once you reach the end of the level, you can jump through one of the big rings. And then you can go in there, go get the special stage, and then go get the emerald. Honestly, I say it's not worth it. I say it's only worth it if you're trying to like 100% it, but it's really not that necessary. I mean, all it does is just change flowers for the ending. You don't even get supersonic. I mean, I guess the first game, but still. Anyway, yeah, so Green Hill, Marble, and oh yeah, Spring Yard. Honestly, it's one of my favorites, but most people kind of don't like it due to all the springs, which I understand, but still. Fucking Labyrinth Zone. Oh my god, I hate that zone so much. Oh my gosh, you cannot. Oh my gosh. But anyway, yeah. And also, I like this game a lot because, you know, it's one of the first Sonic game I beat it. Well, I beat it Sonic 3 first, but still though. It was a pretty enjoyable game, but if you're trying to play the original Genesis version, yeah, I'd stick to like playing it on an emulator with save files, because trying to do this one go, yeah, I do not recommend. And also, I fucking hate Scrap Brain 3 for. Anyway, once you beat it all 6 levels, depending if you have the emeralds or not, you go to Final Zone and defeat the lame ass boss, and yeah, that's really how it goes. So, in conclusion, Sonic 1. It's an alright game. I rate it like a 7 out of 10. If it's your first playthrough, I understand if it's a 5 out of 10, but for me, it's a 7. It's a mid game, but it started my channel, inspired me for everything. So I want to thank Sonic for that. Man, that game was so good. I'm so glad I can emulate it and not get in trouble for that. Man, you know what? Let's play some Mario 1. Wait, what the hell? Oh god! Oh man, I can't wait to play some Mario 64 DS. Alright, time to put it inside my... Wait a minute, where the hell is my 3DS? Oh wait, I forgot. I sold it for like 60 bucks for my Switch. Alright, well, let me just go buy a new one then. Alright, Alright, time to check out these prices. Okay, you know what? Screw it, I'm emulating it. Yeah, you thought you can get away this time, huh? Yeah, I got backup now. Anyway, alright, let's get on to it. Super Mario 64 is a game that it's probably really fucking well known by the Nintendo community and gaming industry as a whole, since it is one of the very first 3D platformers and it innovated Nintendo as a whole. And don't quote me on that because I did not do any research whatsoever. And then around like 8 years later, Mario 64 DS came out, which is like a better version of it, but it was sort of like tossed away like, oh, this is cool, and then it wasn't really mentioned again. Yeah, for some reason, the OG version of Mario 64 is way more popular than the DS version, which I cannot lie, is pretty reasonable and valid because, well, yeah, Mario 64, the original one, made such more of an impact. This game released back in 2004, and it was the very first game where you can play Yoshi, a 3D Mario game. But this is different. And reason being is because Mario is still the main character, you just have to unlock him, which is pretty cool. And it also leads to new levels, like this big wood level with like old purple poison stuff. And you have to fight this King Goomba thing so that you can unlock Mario. And many other characters too, like, you know, the Boo Mansion, you know, the Hudson level where you can fight King Boo and unlock Luigi. He is so OP with his water walking move. And you can also beat this guy. Yeah, he's just a normal spike ball, but he's also like a king too, you know. But anyway, yeah, you can beat him and unlock Wario. There's also new power-ups, which is cool. And then, once you do that, you can collect either 75 stars or the whole whopping fucking 150 stars. Yeah, this game was not playing around. If you unlock the 150 stars, bro, you are such a sweat. But anyway, once you beat the game, you basically well, beat the game. Yeah, so it's basically normal Mario 64. So my rating, I say it's around probably like an average 7 out of 10, because it's a good game, but I don't think nothing will ever beat the charm from Mario 64 on an N64. But this game is good. Oh man, another great emulation game. Oh, but what should I do now? I mean, I killed the Nintendo Ninja, so... What to do? Well, I really don't know what to do. Oh well, let's just pirate every single game ever existed. Okay, so at this point it should be pretty obvious. Emulation time. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which is clearly way better than Sonic the Hedgehog 1. And you obviously know, created by the same people, but this time it was created in 1992. Only 1 year later. A fun fact is that the Game Gear version actually released first and then the Genesis, which is actually kind of crazy though. Let's move with the bonus stages first and the special stages. God damn, these are hard on the Genesis, bro. I would actually recommend the mobile version or Origins. Yeah, Origins is way better because look at this. There's no way you can predict these bombs, and especially with Tails in his bitch ass just running into bombs, making you lose. I fucking hate. Anyway, this game also has twice as many zones in this game. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure this game has around like 12 zones, I think, which is double than Sonic 1's 6 levels, which is actually kind of crazy though, not gonna lie. But hey, you know what they say, the early bird gets the worm. Anyway, there was a bunch of scrapped content for this game, so many levels getting cut out, so it's kind of crazy how this game was going to be one large game. Another cool thing about Sonic 2 is that once you get all Chaos Emeralds, you turn into Super Sonic. Yes, Super Sonic. This is literally this is one of the reasons why I really love Sonic 2 way better than Sonic 1. You play as Super Sonic, the invincible being, the most powerful being in gaming in general. Like, he can beat Mario, literally. Man, fuck Mario. Anyway, back to the game review. Yeah, so Sonic 2, basically pretty good. It's way better, leagues better than Sonic 1. I cannot stress that enough. But it does have some flaws, like for example, Metropolis Zone, which has 3 fucking acts. Now, if anyone has ever played Sonic 2 before, they know how it's like. Metropolis, the stupid ass level. Anyway, after when you beat Metropolis and its bullshit 3 levels, you just continue on playing the easy levels now, like Wing Fortress, Sky Chase. But all you really gotta do is just, test your patience and all that stuff, which honestly is a good stress reliever. Defeating all of these enemies and then getting damaged but not dying, honestly kind of cool, because, well, yeah. And then you go to the final zone, or Death Egg Zone, which is the very first, level to actually be called Death Egg Zone. But when you beat that, Metal Sonic and the Death Egg Robot finally beat the game. Now, the ending doesn't really, isn't too different if you collect the emeralds or not. But anyway, yeah, that's my review on it. To be honest, I think it's way better than Mario 1, 2, hell, I might even say 3, but that's pushing it. So, I give the game a perfect 10 out of 10. Really great game. You should really play it yourself. A good nostalgia trip back, and it's honestly worth playing. So if you have like an old Genesis or any port of the game, please try it back and try it out, because it is worth a try, and I think it just deserves all of the love it gets. So yeah, that's it. See you later, because I didn't record the very last scene in real life, so enjoy. Shlabamo. Time for a kart racer now. As if you couldn't tell from my previous episodes of Dumb Reviews, the DS really was the console I grew up with, mostly because I didn't grow up wealthy and didn't, use the modern consoles like Xbox One and PS4, or like even the 3DS. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, Mario Kart DS has around 32 tracks, which is not bad for a Mario Kart game, especially for the handheld. Although it could have been better since Super Circuit had 40, but who gives a shit about Super Circuit anyway? It looked like any other Game Boy Advance racer. So, yeah, honestly, pretty cool since no, I don't think this was the very first online Mario Kart game that you could play. I think that was for the GameCube Double Dash, I think, but still, they're playing this on the go and online. That's honestly crazy, though. But I don't really have too much experience since I never like played it too much. I've played it like a few times, but it wasn't my go-to DS game. It was mostly either New Super Mario Bros. Or Mario Party. But yeah, if you're looking for like a Mario Kart game on the go, then I think this is it. This is like the best one for you. And also, I love the new things that they added to this game. It's very cool that they added boss fights, even Rob himself. Yeah, I don't know why they added Rob to a Mario Kart game, but I guess this was before they added a bunch of other characters in Mario Kart 8. Speaking of boss fights, there are around 7 bosses in Mario Kart DS, which honestly, I'm really surprised there are boss fights in a kart racer. But yeah, these include this big bomb right here, Big Bully. And the second boss fight is those rock things from Mario Kart no, not Mario Kart 64, Mario 64, which honestly, yeah, it kind of looks pretty easy from the footage. Yeah, I think all you do is just throw a Koopa shell and just run into their eye. Not that hard. And also the third boss fight, the King Koopa from the remake of Mario Kart DS, the remake of Mario 64 DS is back. All you really do is just race him. That's really it. Just avoid the Goombas and touch the mushrooms. Honestly, yeah, not too much skill for these bosses, but hey, it has effort. And for the fourth boss fight, it's King Boo, which I don't really know why I don't know why you're in the castle level for it. All you do is collect coins. And for the fifth boss fight, it's King Bomb. Yet again, from Mario 64. I think Nintendo loved using these models, which honestly I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't spend more money to make original bosses for a kart racer. Yeah, even this boss fight with the big chili guy. Yeah, all you really do is just grab mushrooms and then just spam it so that you can make him fall in the water. So there's that. Yeah. And the last boss fight is Wiggler. Yeah, this is literally like the easiest boss fight ever. Like, all you do is just spam mushrooms and spam stars and then just run into the cars. So, and the game is like, I feel like the actual racing is the best part. I feel like the bosses kind of weigh it down, but I still feel like it's really charming that this game tried something different, trying to have more of a story to it. Which honestly, I don't blame them. I kind of like story games, but yeah, this Mario Kart, I feel like it isn't for me. I feel like I don't think it's for me personally. But hey, if you want to have at it, yeah. If you have the game, I personally recommend it because I know some people actually do love the boss fights. They love the originality that's in it, and also Rob is a pretty cool feature in it. So anyway, yeah, I think that might be it. Anyway, yeah. So with all the bosses and pretty good portable Mario Kart game, I say this is a solid 7 out of 10. I mean, I'm not too into kart racers, but definitely one of my favorites. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, yeah, and also some guy named Jake owned it before me, so yeah. Man, Jake, what an ugly name. Alright, time to play some Sonic 3, and finally, I can finally play on real hardware this time. Fuck. Well, time to go back to emulation. Oh boy, finally we get to talk about the best Sonic game. Well, at least half of the best Sonic game. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Released back in 1994 by Sega. And also this guy as well. But he's not important right now. I'm pretty sure he's out of jail or something. But anyway, yeah. This game is literally a masterpiece. well, half of a masterpiece according to Scott the Woz. But yeah, if you include Sonic and Knuckles, bro, you got yourself a perfect game. 10 out of 10 immediately. I really do recommend this game. It has so many good zones. I mean, sure, there are the bad ones like Launch Base Zone or Hydrocity or Marble Garden even, but it has some of the best zones in the game. Now, if we're now that's about like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but if we're talking about Sonic 3 alone, it's still a pretty good time though. You still have the Insta Shield, you still have Super Sonic, you still have Angel Island Zone, Ice Cap Zone. Yo, Ice Cap is the best zone ever, bro. Oh my goodness, this game is so good. And also the special stages are way more easier this time. Finally, like, it's way better. The controls are way better. You feel like you're in more control. And sure, the graphics isn't as good looking in the Genesis version, but I feel like it's way more easier than being in a trippy, like on a drug trip or like a fucking tunnel. Sonic 2 special stages are the worst. Sonic 3 special stages are the best. Now, thoughts? Well, I already said it. 10 out of 10. Man, I don't know what else to say. Like, seriously, this game is probably like the best Sonic game ever. Aside from Sonic Adventure 2, of course. And I guess Sonic Generations, but I think that's pushing it. Sonic 3 is definitely top 5 Sonic game. Definitely. And you cannot prove me wrong. Almost everyone in the Sonic community will almost agree with me. But anyway, yeah, I think that's really how it goes, I guess. But, yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Oh yeah, did I forget the music? The music was created by freaking Michael Jackson himself. Yeah, that's like the only reason why I know about him in the first place, is because of Sonic the Hedgehog. So I wouldn't know anything about his songs or anything if it weren't for this game. So that's a huge plus there. So do I recommend it? Hell yeah. It's not too hard and it's not too easy. Perfectly balanced for any platformer enjoyer. So, yeah, I'd say this is way better than Mario 3. Okay, never mind. I take that back. But if you include Sonic and Knuckles, then I would say it's way better than Mario 3. So yeah, by itself, it's kind of okay. It's pretty good. Anyway, yeah, aside from that, part 2 coming pretty soon. Most likely in a couple hours. Alright, yeah, here's part 2 of the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 review. Now, let's talk about the Sonic and Knuckles section. Now, Sonic and Knuckles by itself, honestly, I used to think it was a pretty bad game. Like, I didn't know why Tails was not in it. But honestly, I was too brain dead to read the fucking title. Literally says Sonic and Knuckles. So, kind of makes sense to why Tails wasn't playable. Or else it would have been called Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, you go through multiple zones, and these are the zones that are the best ones. Literally, Mushroom Hill, Flying Battery, Death Egg, Doomsday Zone, Lava Reef. Bro, now playing it at this age, I feel like I was so wrong. This half of the game is actually the better half. It's way better than the normal Sonic 3. But like I said multiple times, if you combine Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles with lock-on technology, oh man, you got yourself a masterpiece there. And you can even unlock Super Sonic right in literally the first level, Mushroom Hill, since it has like 8 special stages. So you have one time to mess up and you can still unlock Super Sonic. But yeah, honestly, this game is honestly not too bad. And playing as Tails and Sonic, Knuckles, it's just really different. It hits different. I don't think there could be any other game that could be just like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I feel like it made like an evolution to Sonic, that where every other Sonic game would present itself with like multiple characters. And I feel like Sonic 3 started that trend. And also the Chaos Emeralds, yeah, they're also bad. But hey, the special stages are not shitty, at least. None like Sonic 2. Fuck, I hate Sonic 2, bro. Sonic 2 special stages are the worst. But yeah, this game is also pretty good. And also, the first time you actually beat Knuckles. Yeah, this is. I also forgot to mention this in part 1, where you can actually find Knuckles. He's like one of the very first Sonic rivals where you meet and you can beat. Yeah, basically he was one of the very first rivals Sonic had before Shadow and Jet and fucking Big. What? Okay, anyway, I'm getting off topic here. We're talking about Sonic 3. But yeah, Sky Sanctuary is also. Oh, I forgot about Sky Sanctuary. Yeah, it's also another good level. Although, yeah, they did a really good job in Generations though with the remake level. And Death Egg, I feel like this has to be the worst one. I hate how many spikes there are, and honestly, all of the like collision stuff just makes me it makes my head spin, makes me have a headache. But hey, it is a Sonic game after all. We're going way too fast. But anyway, yeah, I think the final bosses here are actually the most memorable. You have rings to actually use to get hit, unlike Sonic 1 and 2, where you can only do it with one try, one hit, boom, you're dead. And it's also one of the very first few Sonic games where there's actually a secret boss fight, the Doomsday Zone. Honestly, I thought this was like the coolest level ever. It literally has the word Doomsday on it. Come on, don't tell me that's not cool. But yeah, once you beat that, you considering, let's just say that you got all emeralds and super emeralds. Yeah, that's crazy. There's super emeralds, although they never come back in any other game, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, considering if you got everything, you beat the game. So, do I recommend it? Yes. Sonic made my childhood, and I think it should make yours too. Alright, so this is going to be very short since I already talked about the main trilogy of games, so I'll just talk about what it adds on to to it. Anyway, I'm going to keep this short and simple. So basically all this collection really has is the main 4 games. It was originally going to have 3D Blast, but yeah, I don't see that happening because how ugly the game would have looked. I mean, the Quad Trilogy already looks bad enough on DS quality, but 3D Blast, oh, that would be even unplayable. But anyway, this game came out in 2010, around the same, around like March, I think. And yeah, honestly, if you're looking for a good handheld experience with the Sonic games, yeah, I would definitely go for this, because Sonic 1 on GBA is trash, horrible garbage. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say here. Yeah. That's really it. Now this was shorter than 1 minute. That's crazy. Yes! Finally, we get to talk about a good Mario game. Probably like the best one on the DS. Let's check it out. New Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo DS. The one that started it all with the terrible franchise. Which actually started off good with the DS and Wii port. And it just went downhill with the Wii U. Now, I am not a good game reviewer. You can obviously tell from this entire series. So obviously I'm going to say I don't really get all the hate that much. I mean, sure, it was repetitive. That's the only thing I get. But everything else, I see it's just a good time. I don't really care about the story and stuff. Unless it was like part of the actual Mario series. You know, like the mainline ones. So, since this is like sort of its own type of subgenre, it's really not that bad. Anyway, this came out during when the DS was first launching, pretty sure around like 2004, 2005. And yeah, it's kind of awesome that 2D Mario is back, because the other thing that made this game so interesting is that Nintendo hasn't made a 2D Mario game in like 10 years, so seeing this for the first time, the first actual 2D Mario game that isn't like a remake from the GBA era, is honestly kind of crazy. And I also love the original boss fights. I'll throw in some images on the screen right now, but Yeah, that's why I love this game so much. The original boss fights and like the original content it has, like the blue shell and stuff. I just feel like this game is like probably the best one out of the entire New Super Mario Bros. Series. And it's only the first game, so that's how you know it went downhill from here. So yeah, and about the multiplayer, well, I'll let this ugly person do all the talking with that. He's so ugly, you know, I don't think I'll ever invite another person again. Anyway, take the wheel, Tinglevins.
The multiplayer mode of New Super Mario Bros. Is a mode where you can play against one other person locally through DS download play. This means that only one person needs to actually have the cartridge in order for you two to play the mode. But anyways, the whole premise of the mode is for you and the other player to compete and see who can get 3 to 5 stars first. Whoever gets the stars first, well, wins the round. There's a total of 5 stages as well, such as grasslands, underground, some snowy lands, some strange pipe area, and, well, the castle. Also, if you get 8 coins, then you can get a power-up, such as like a fire flower or a mega mushroom, and you can use that to attack each other and steal stars from each other as well. Overall, it's just a nice little fast-paced multiplayer mode that you can just have fun and mess around with. It's just very quick rounds and doesn't take that long to complete at all, but it's still fun.
Damn, he did way better than me. You know what? I might reconsider bringing on more people to the show. Finally, that ugly person stopped talking. Anyway, yeah, I guess that was pretty good. I'm surprised Nintendo still hasn't came to me. I mean, I killed Mario, but I expected more characters. Huh? Oh, don't tell me. Oh, come on! Oh, man. I can't wait to buy some DSi Ware games on here. Oh, damn. Oh. I guess it died. Well, actually, I'm just now realizing why am I buying stuff from DSi Ware? It closed down like a decade ago. Who would even use it nowadays? Huh. Oh man, thank goodness this YouTube channel actually archived some footage of the DSi Ware Shop, so I guess that's pretty cool. Anyway, the Nintendo DSi Ware Shop basically is kind of like the Wii Shop channel, but for the Nintendo DS, where you can play, or you can like download and buy some, you know, very small games. But honestly, the service was actually pretty good. There was multiple arcade and even like full-fledged games like Rayman and PvZ. So honestly, it's kind of sad that this got taken off like their servers and stuff after 10 years. And most of the games was on the 3DS, so I guess that's also pretty cool. Yeah, speaking of cool, this is the 10th episode of season 2, which is the end of the season, by the way. But honestly, yeah, I really don't have much to say about the DSi Ware Shop. Honestly, it was a pretty good server. I didn't experience it much since I owned the console during 2016, so yeah. So I didn't really experience it too much, but my older brother did use it and bought some games with it. I remember it was like one of the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got one of those. So that was pretty cool. Also, the application that I used the most was Flipnote Studios for both DS and 3DS. On the DS version, my older brother didn't get it, but he didn't really animate that much. He just got it because it was free. But me, if you take a look at my older videos, yeah, I really loved making animations. Even though they weren't like smooth and stuff, I still liked doing them, or even drawing in them. Oh, yeah. But anyway, yeah, Flipnote was so good, and especially 3DS. It was so hard to grind over for. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say there. Toodaloo.
Mm-mm.